Shogun. I have been waiting for this show for a while since I saw the first teaser trailer for it. Aired on Hulu. We have 10 episodes. It follows the book pretty much to a T from what I've heard. Never read the book myself, but I heard it's a very good read. First off, the casting in this show was amazing. This is one of my favorite TV shows I have watched probably in the last few years. Starting off, we get right into it. Basically, our main character, John Blackthorne, I believe his name is, turns into Anjay Sans or something like that, is exploring with his crew, comes upon Japan for the first time. The world itself is still kind of being explored by everybody. And after him and his crew get captured, he ends up helping Toranaga, who is in the middle of a political battle between all the lords that are over Japan because the Taikao has died, if I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry. And what we have is political intrigue, a man trying to fight Christianity and the Protestant religion that's going throughout the world. And it's done very well. Now, to start off, I will let you know, if you are not into subtitles, this show has a bunch of subtitles. It is in Japanese. Me, myself, I'm not a big subtitle person. However, I really enjoyed the subtitles here. I felt more immersed. You get into like the history and the culture of Japan in the show, which I think is very cool. It's very interesting, very different from what we have over here on our side of the world. The battles, when we do have battles in the show, very good. They did not skip out on blood and gore. There is some intense scenes in here. There's one scene at the beginning, I won't get into spoilers, where one of the shipmates gets killed and tortured in a very brutal fashion. Actors and actresses in the show did a fantastic job. My favorite character in the whole show was actually Mariko. She did amazing start to finish. Her storyline's very good. Everybody's storyline in here you are very interested in. And up through episode, I'll say 8 is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, please go watch the show. Now, what I will say is, for all the drama and build-up we have in this show, the last 2 episodes really kind of brought my mood down. I almost felt like I got Game of Thrones. The last episode is nowhere near as bad and butchered the show like what Game of Thrones did. However, throughout the show, Toranaga's talking about his plan to go to Osaka eventually and attack. Use his plan, what's called Crimson Sky. Crimson Sky never happens in the show, even though there is a episode titled Crimson Sky. Doesn't happen. The big fight that you're expecting to happen doesn't happen. The show just stops. And apparently this is where where it stops in the book. So literally they followed the book to a T. To me, the payoff wasn't worth it. It kind of brought my mood down. Like, this show for me, probably 10 out of 10. But the way the ending of this season ended really brought my mood down, and they're not even looking to extend and do a season 2 as of right now. It hasn't been signed on. Like I said, the book hasn't been finished. Overall though, very good show. I would go ahead with the little bit at the end that kind of brought down my mood. This show is a 9 out of 10 all the way through. Probably episodes 1 through 8 for me. Probably gonna be 9s and 10s across the board. There are like 1 or 2 episodes that aren't as good, but overall the episodes that aren't as good are still very good TV. This is a very enjoyable show to watch all the way through. This is not something like Halo where it's butchered, you're slugging your way to get through it. Shogun was fantastic. Highly urge you to watch it. Like I said, giving my rating 9 out of 10. If you have not watched it, it is on Hulu. Go do yourself a favor. If you don't have Hulu, just get the free trial and watch this show. Binge it. You're going to enjoy it, especially if you like that old school, like the history set pieces show. This show does a very good job with it. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Kotoscope. Hey, like the content, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, let everybody know. Come join the COVID because the water is fine. Peace and love.